Hi, this is my Puja help video. Welcome to that. In this video, we're going to learn about how to apply a bulk watermark or how to apply watermark to an image in bulk. So suppose you have 100 art images and you don't want to spend time applying watermark to each image one by one. You could apply it in bulk, in a very, very fast manner. So what do you need before you start? We need bulk watermarking software. For example, ImageMagick, it's freely available, it's open. Um, and of course, basic knowledge how to use a computer. We're going to do this demonstration for Windows. And if you have a different operating system, there'll be slight changes and variances. Part one, getting ready. So the first thing that we need to do is try and get the software and install it, which is ImageMagick. And that can be done using this URL that is at imagemagick.org. You can get this URL off this post on the blog. So you go in to your browser, you type that URL, and it'll bring up this page, which will, scroll you to the Windows binary release. And here's a bunch of files that you can download depending on what version of operating system you have. Usually, people run Windows 32-bit. So you click on the first link, it'll download. It's about a 16 megabit file. It'll take a few seconds to download. Once it's downloaded, you click on Run, and that will install the ImageMagick software on your computer. You go through the installation steps, click Next. I accept the agreement, next. It'll give you a path where it wants to install, whether you want desktop icons or not. Application directory to the system path. This is very important, otherwise you'll have a challenge in trying to run the batch command line that you have, and install associated libraries if you want to do that, Perl Magic, whichever of these are relevant. Generally, you don't want to associate file extensions with ImageMagick, otherwise you'll have a hard time trying to open these files. Click install. This is going to install all the relevant files in the relevant locations. This is the ImageMagick software, which is a bulk watermarking software that's being installed in your computer right now. Once this installation is done, you are done. Okay. Now we got an error. It says shell execute failed, cannot find system. So don't worry about that error that came up. It's not really going to mess up anything. Usually software installation is a very simple process depending on the operating system. You're going to use google.com to find out how to install the software on your operating system if you have something other than Windows. Now you can download all the images that you want to apply the copyright to in a folder in your computer. For example, Ganesh Chaturthi pics or Rangoli. In our case, we're going to show an example with Rangoli images. And then you also download the copyright watermark images, or you create one yourself. And in our case, it's the MyPuja logo. And then you download the batch file, which is batchapply.bat for Windows. If you're using a different operating system, you can browse this batch file after downloading it and see how to run those commands in your operating system. Probably the help forums of your operating system will tell you how to do that. Note, bulk marking applies to permanent watermark. So if you wish to remove the watermark at a later time, you may want to make a copy in a separate folder. Generally, depending on how you've done the settings of the batch file, the watermark files will anyway get created with a prefix, so they won't overwrite your original files, so that you should be fine. Now, if you want to make any customizations, quite a few customizations are possible in the batch file, and you can do these customizations if you want to. To check these customizations, simply go to the batch file wherever you've stored it, right-click, open with Notepad or Notepad++, depending on whatever software you have. So you see it has quite a few things here. Echo on, off, this is just so that the system doesn't keep prompting every step. Now there is percentage %I. What this means is it's going to basically do it for all the files that are in that folder, all the image files. And what kind of file you're specifying here, star.jpg. So basically for all the files that are of the type JPG, this watermark is going to be applied. And what is it going to do? It's going to do a composite, which is a batch process. And here are some parameters, gravity, which you don't need to worry about. Uh, Southwest, this is basically the location. So when you say gravity, what it really means is location, and the location is specified as southwest. Now, southwest would mean south, which is the bottom, and then west, which is the left, so bottom left corner. Somewhere here, your watermark is going to get applied. Then look at the quality. Quality is 90%, so the image would be at 90% of the quality of the original image. And then dissolve 50, which is basically the level of watermarking. That is, do you want it to be 50% transparent, 100% transparent? Let's say in our case, we're going to go with 70. And then you say copyright.png. Now this is the copyright.png file. You can change it to a different PNG file or a different file that you have with which you want to apply the copyright watermark or whatever other watermark you want to apply. And then this is the file that's being applied, that the watermark is being applied on, and this is the output file. So the output file for every file would have a prefix. Now we've set the prefix to be my underscore puja, but then you could have so let's say my puja, and then you could have a different prefix to the file if you want to add it. So that's the customizations. And after the customizations, now let's try and try and apply these watermarks in bulk and see how it works. So you go to start menu and you say CMD or command. That will run the command file. You go to where you've stored the files. You click there and you'll see the entire path of where these files are stored. You select it, you copy it. You can right click and copy it. Go back to your command line where you were, and on the command line you do cd space, and then you right click and you can paste that path again and press enter. Now that will take you to that folder wherever these images are stored. You can maximize this if you want to see it better. Now you just simply type here batch apply, and if you want to just check whether all the files are there, you can run a dir command that will show you, okay, batch apply is there, copyright png is there, on all these other files are there. Now you just go and say batch apply and press enter. Now a batch file is being spawned. Now if you see, automatically all these files are appearing here. So the batch watermark is being applied, and these images are popping up here after the application of the watermark. And so that's the process here. And as you can see, the watermark is being applied. Every image is coming with a My Puja prefix, and the new images are getting created here. So you don't have to do much except just wait and watch and wait for the whole process to be over. So as you can see, it's pretty fast, and it's creating all these watermarks. And as soon as it's done, you'll have all the final results. Now you see in a few of the images, there's a bit of a difference in terms of where these watermarks have been applied or what has happened to the images. So we'll investigate that. But by and large, the watermarks should get applied pretty easily. That's the extent of this video. Thank you for watching.